Hello and welcome to Future Auto Solutions. This last week, the UK has went into lockdown. The US, COVID cases are spiking. So, what does that mean for used car dealerships? Last week, we went through 7 tips for how to repair used car dealerships for going into lockdown. And today, we're going to give you an update on what we're doing as we entered the first week of the UK lockdown. And today we've got 4 tips that we're going to share with you. And if you hang around to the end, we're actually going to show you a real example of a advertisement that we used on social media to generate sales of the cars. But first, who are we? My name is Steve Todd. I am the co-founder of Future Auto Solutions, and here's my brother, my co-host, my co-founder. Gordy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good.
So we're going to go through sort of factors that what you went through this week, things that you've done. I said 4, we actually got 5 things, but so the 5 things that you've done, and but what has it felt like being there in the UK with the lockdown going in? What's sort of been the emotional feel within the UK
Yeah,
itself?
I mean, this time last week when we sat down and had a conversation, there was a lot of uncertainty about. Definitely, you could see the inquiry level and the interaction with customers was a way down. Um, but I think over the week, with certain things, news from the government and different things that come to light, you can definitely see, and obviously coming to the tail end of the week, we've started to sort of turn the corner and activity levels are starting to climb again. So at the very beginning, actually, I was a little more worried and concerned again, that we were going back into sort of the very first stage of COVID last time. But yeah, so hopefully, with how the government's come out with a strong message and about how the furlough money is going to be distributed and different things like that. So it's definitely a more positive weekend than it was sort of this time last week. So
No, that's good.
yeah,
And it also sounds like it's very different to the first lockdown, where I think, that time it was completely new to everybody, where this time I think we kind of know, or we have expectations of what it feels like. So I
yeah,
think the messaging from the government sort of supports that. One of the things I'm really excited about doing this episode, Gordy, is, we talk and we provide tips. But actually, what we're going to be talking about is things that you did this week. And then we're going to finish with what does that all look like in actual, physical view of what your post looks like, the descriptions, the narrative that you used, how you've taken images. So it should be really good. So folks, do stick around and you'll hopefully be able to see that. So just going to pull up, Gordy, the
yeah.
first. What we talked about. So 4 used cars sold this week. You increased daily post. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, I normally have a schedule where in my own head, not sort of scheduled out set, but a schedule where I know when I like to post. And over the sort of 3 and a bit years I've been working, I've sort of seen a trend when I get the best results from when I post. So sometimes on a Monday and Tuesday, I actually wouldn't post at all. I wouldn't really get involved. I would deal with the inquiries or the my paperwork or admin side of things and what I need to be getting done or my prep work the Monday and Tuesday getting ready for the sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into the weekend. So this time I took a completely different approach and I really went heavy at the beginning of the week to try and really give myself a best chance because although my business level increases during the sort of tail end of the weekend with appointments and stuff, I really wanted to get the message out and sort of to really get the posts, getting going, and I really reaped the rewards from it. So it's something maybe I need to look at going on in the future.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it's something that works, but it's just really, I woke up Monday morning and I thought to myself, right, okay, let's really get my post level really up. I've done obviously the video sort of given sort of that we discussed last week about how we're going to try and continue with business and how that's going to look at over the next sort of 4 weeks. But then really sort of started the posting and sort of giving things a wee bit of a different feel to it and just really sort of trying to interact as much as I can straight away with my post. So
Yeah. So
that was my strategy.
whenever you say a post, what does a post mean?
Yeah, so a post really, well, the post is just whenever you put something on your Facebook wall, your business page. So, and then obviously, whenever I do post, I like to boost and increase, sort of to reach more people. So, I started really from Monday morning advertising sort of my new stock, which just arrived, and we talked about what was coming and how we were going to
Mm-hmm.
plan and get that ahead. So I had 6 cars arrive Monday morning, sort of ready to be sort of photographed and to get ready to go. So that sort of have I knew when I woke up on Monday morning that I had a week's, I had stock coming, I had things to tell people about it, good news to spread. So I really wanted to get that started and really hit it hard from Monday morning, Tuesday, and really taking it on. So spent more, so invested more in my Facebook posting
Mm-hmm.
this week. But I thought to myself, if I really get this going hard right now, it would steady and good fast for the 4 weeks that we're in. So it's sort of, and obviously keeping an eye on the time of the year it is and how in December things put our way a wee bit. So I really had to take advantage of, the incoming weeks to really try and get myself, ahead and where we have to be at. So that was.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked for clarification, because I know last week in the 7 tips that we did, you mentioned putting a
Yeah,
video out to the community, right? Just informing them of what your plan
yeah,
is, what to expect. Did you do that?
I did. I put my video out, and actually, to be honest with you, I mean, I didn't boost it, so I
Yes.
sort of kept it on my wall because I sort of thought to myself, I'm really just it's not that I want to gain more people from my post, but one of it is when people come to my page to look at one of something I put out, I'm gonna have a message on there letting people know that where I'm at. And I think what I'm gonna do is maybe 2 weeks down the line, I'm gonna boost that.
Mm-hmm.
So that means then that it's catching more people then, and it's hopefully that's going to be more of a strategy going down the line. I don't like, and it's the same thing we discussed the last time we went into. You don't want to be insensitive to the situation either, so you
Right.
want to try and
Right.
keep it sort of and build it so it's there for people who come to the page at the minute, and it's there for them to sort of see it and see how we're going to sort of go through with things. And then down the line, I think I'm going to boost it and sort of, so people do know that we're still in business and still things are sort of progressing and going forward. No, you're
So
okay.
you said changed up messaging a little. So what do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Well, I mean, it's just sort of put, I mean, I wouldn't be one for putting sort of, slogans or different things on. So, but I sort of changed up a wee bit of a Christmas message because really what people are starting to think about, Christmas shopping is more going to be more difficult. Things are going to be more sort of awkward to get things for people. So I thought if we were able to put on, with a very, very small deposit or, next to no deposit, and then your first payments aren't going to start to January, and also putting a wee bit of a gift theme on it and sort of idea, just something simple. It's not a massive thing, but yeah, just sort of give and it actually has worked. I've got two inquiries on, and it's one bought and one I'm working through for next week. So it's really just catching people's ideas and their mindset and where people are at right now, and people are starting to focus and turn their minds to okay, Christmas presents and how that's going to work, and and obviously the biggest winner is going to be online services. So you might as well join the
Yeah,
band and sort
I
of get on
agree.
there and see.
So you've also organized contactless appointments.
Really, all that was what I was trying to do was get myself organized and in a position, really, with the cards and how I structure my business. I work off two sort of, two different areas and where I work from. So I'm just organized myself that the cars were all sitting ready. I had to organize and make sure that everything was cleaned and sterilized, and the place where I'm going to be keeping the cars is set. And obviously then just making sure my administration, everything I have online, everything is ready to go. So it's really just whenever I get an inquiry, I'm there and then ready to go. Right, okay, the car is ready to see. This is where you're going, and just really knew. So in my mindset, that I was confident that everything was ready, sort of in place. It was really just a sort of a process to run through to make sure that whenever the inquiries do begin, that I'm able to go right. Okay, come on ahead. The car is good to go, and it's been ready and cleaned, and everything's sitting ready for you. So that
Yeah,
was
and
really all that was.
did you put that in your video that you did? Did you let your customers know that
Yeah,
it's going to be a contactless appointment?
yeah. So I mean, it was just really sort of. I mean, you probably see all these people who are selling online. You see them advertising TV, Carzu, and all that sort of stuff. That Carzu, sorry, that the cards are going to be completely contactless. There's no face to face experience. We're offering slightly different. So there is a face to face experience. There's a test drive experience and things like that. But it's really just sort of stepping back, saying, right, I won't be, it's not in an office or a small confined space. It's going to be an open space, and it's going to be sort of there. And as I say, I've had four appointments this week, and it's all went very smoothly, and everybody's been very happy and felt very confident whenever sort of everything's happened. So it's just really putting the building blocks in place that that whenever something happens, you're good to go, and you're not having to try and think about the things after the fact. So you're ready to go from the minute go.
And then we move on to increased activity and interaction with customers.
So just really, I seen the reap the benefits of what posting a lot of posting at the beginning of the week. So really, from I would say from Thursday on, my Facebook hasn't stopped. It's been really really active, the activity. You see the followers growing. You see the the likes, the shares, the different things, people joking about Christmas presents on there, all different things, a wee wink, nudge, nudge to their partners or to whoever it is, so it's all fun, it's all good. So it's really just seeing that sort of level increase, and it's really encouraging because, come Wednesday, I was starting to sort of go, okay, we just need to get this, you know what I mean? I hope this
Yeah.
isn't for the next 4 weeks. But really, just it's been a real encouragement. And I say we got sort of did 4 deals over, but there was a space between Friday, Saturday, sorry, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We did the 4 deals, so it was really encouraging end of the week there. So yes, and the Facebook's still going. There's still people posting and sharing this morning. So it's
That's
good news.
great.
So
That's great,
yeah,
and that's one of the advantages and beautiful things about leveraging Facebook, right? Because it is one of those environments where it is interactive, but it's not seen as a hard sell, and people can nudge other people. People can sort of help you promote, even though what they're doing it's for themselves,
yeah,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do leave yourself wide open for you're getting positive, you're
Right,
leaving
right,
yourself
right,
wide
right.
open the negative side. But you know it's again, it comes down to being, having the right stock, the right pictures, being confident in your process and confident in what you're doing, that you know that when you put these things online, it's not going to be, you're not going to get hit by that. And it's just you're able then to be constantly in connection with the people who are interacting with your page. And someone messaged, it's funny, I was sitting on the thing and then a customer who bought a car for me about 2 months ago, it came up asking for information on it, and I sent a message back saying, really? You don't want to change? So she says, I'm sorry, I was trying to send that to my friend. And I was like, listen, work away. And, so it just shows you, that people
Mm.
bought off me 2 months are still, and that's what we talk about. I mean, when you advertise in these Auto Trader and all this, you don't get any of that. And the
Right.
money you're spending on that sort of, advertising is just not really reaping the benefits for the long-term future of the business, So
No, 100%.
yeah,
100%. And we're
yeah,
just going to finish up this with 4 cars sold. And as we said right from the outside, Gordy, people may look at that and go, 4 cars, really? That's not a lot. Or for a lot of people, some people, that maybe that is a lot. But this is one
it's all
individual
relative.
in this environment. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, it's all relevant. No, I mean to say if you take what I would try and do as myself and a sort of a single identity without a forecourt, without a site, and what I try and do in a month, when you think about the percentages of what I just did between the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there actually in lockdown circumstances, and I mean, and the deals that I did, all the cars are sold at margin. They're also a finance, and the cars, when because I bought them right and had service histories, there's they're real good business done just within sort of, put a bit of focus and being positive with your message in a time where people, businesses are closed, businesses are not working, it's a lot of things. I mean, it's a real good news story. So I'm
No,
sitting
it
here this
is.
Sunday a lot more positive than I was last Sunday. So it
No,
shows you
I can
what
say,
happened in a week.
I
Yeah,
can see it, and really, it's there's the 4 cars sold, right, like you said, right, but there's also the flywheel is turning, right, because people are engaging, more people are engaging, even though you've maybe got rid of those cars, there's people now looking for other cars who are sharing stuff as well,
absolutely,
so you feel
absolutely.
good. Now we typically don't share what we post or how we do it. We've sort of intentionally kept that back. But in essence, in this situation, we felt okay. Let's just show the image of what it looks like, the description, the narrative. We've kept off the entity that this falls under
Yeah,
because we don't want people to get involved and really hurt our algorithm and Facebook's algorithm and whenever we're promoting stuff and so on and so forth. So we've
yeah,
kept that aside. But this is a real advert that we did run. All right, so screens are all
yeah.
over here. So
I'm
let's
telling
take
you.
it what it is. So on the right hand side of the screen,
Yeah.
walk us through it, Gordy, because here's all the various elements you noted, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is just really, I mean, this is how simple my ads are, Steve. It's really just, you know, I like to keep it really clean and fresh. Some real nice images of the cars. You can see
It's
there's
a
13 more on
beautiful
top of
image.
this.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Yeah,
image. I mean,
and I
if
took
you
that with my iPhone. So I mean, it's I picked a real nice place. I've sort of this is my new spot where I take all my photographs. It's really nice. It's autumn over here, so you can see the change of color in the leaves. The
yeah,
grass is green, but no, if you look at the post, I mean, I like to keep everything really clean, really simple. I told you about the Christmas sort of the gift idea.
yeah,
Just going through what the car is, bullet points, and nothing, no wordy, no nothing, nothing too overdone, and then just really the attractive monthly payment, and obviously the structure of the deal, and then obviously I made the highlight that your first payment won't get lifted till the new year,
Right.
which is giving everybody a sort of break before Christmas, and then that's it, and that's the hook, that's where it gets people sort of starting to look, and there's not too much. They still have to ask you little questions, and then really just about interacting. Obviously, I cut off the bit that car actually sold yesterday, but I cut off obviously the sort of review, I mean, not the review, sorry, the comments or people talking or the interaction, just but I think I posted that on Thursday, and I think at the minute there's I think 27 sort of comments on it. So I mean, you can just see how quickly a post can really sort of start to
So
get people talking.
let's unpack this what you said. So you posted this on Thursday, and it
Yeah,
sold Saturday.
yeah,
Now I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, that car looks like it's straight out of a magazine. The picture, the image, it's beautiful. The narrative is very friendly. It's engaging. It's very informative. It's no hard sell. And we've talked about
no,
Facebook, and the ability is that these people who are going to be viewing this are going to be sitting eating their breakfast. They're going to be eating their dinner. They're going to be, just laying around doing nothing. And all of a sudden they're going to have this image pop up and go, that looks nice. I'll click on it and all the rest of it, right? So, and whether or
yeah,
not they're looking for the car, you're interacting and you're going through with them. And then because the images are so good, like you said, right, there's what, 16 images you've
yeah,
got there, which is
yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I've got images the inside. I've took pictures from the back and into the front, the different sort of the spec level. This girl actually messaged me at 9:30. I think it was 9:30 on Friday evening. Just she was home from work. She was sitting with her. They just moved into a new house and they needed a car. Her car really lay down that morning. So it just shows you how quickly, things can progress if you have the right sort of and she sort of said to me, one, she couldn't believe I was still answering messages at 9:30 on a Friday evening. And then two, when she asked me about my appointment on Saturday, I said, look, listen, you tell me when sort of you're ready to come over and have a look. And because she was sort of worried that she was working and she had to get family over to help her look at it and stuff. So it's really just been accessible. And then really whenever the family came, they seen how well we had the process, the interaction. They didn't come into my office at all. They sent me their details online, via email, and I've done the finance and everything. I did the quotes with her on my iPad as we're outside at the car. The customer's collecting the car on Tuesday evening after work, so that'll be that done.
What you've just explained is everything we've been talking about for the months that we've been doing this, right? It is a very simple message, beautiful images, but then it's been able to respond when no one expects people to respond. 9:30 at night,
Absolutely.
and then it's sold the next day. It's great. It's great.
Yeah,
Started the lockdown. There was a lot of nervous energy last week, and I was chatting with you. No one knew what was going to happen, right? So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
great that you clearly feel much more positive this week. And yeah, no, we'll definitely look to update folks in the upcoming videos. And we do, and
Yeah,
I just want to sort of say to people who if you've enjoyed this, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like, share this, do follow us, do let us know, write in the comments any questions you have. We're going to be promoting and shooting a lot more video of little 60-second videos to sort of give you examples of what we're doing, how we're doing it, when we're doing it, so that you can actually see how we do these things. But again, it's Gordy, it's been appreciate you sharing that and on
no
walking us
problem.
through
It's been good.
your week. It takes a little bit of vulnerability, and it's good.
Giving away the secrets.
Get away the secrets. Sometimes
That's what we're
it's
here. That's why we're
that's
here.
that's why we're here for. Exactly. And it's if this is something that you as a car dealership want to learn more about, reach out to us. The email will be in the links below, but just reach out to us and we'll walk you through our process. And as I said, it's really simple, but it is a process. There is a recipe. It is step by step, and when followed, it is very successful. So, all right, Gordy, that's it for this week.
Yeah,
We'll chat again
perfect.
very soon. Speak to you soon, mate.
Have a good week. See you there. Bye bye.
Cheers.